That's right. Here with Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Ramon, we are documenting those plays. I saw the second MLB show up, so we can offer those as premiums. Not asking people to do that but we can offer those World Baseball Class as premiums. I saw the games load up last night, so they're available as well. So that we're looking forward to that. All right, so Ramon here, we're going to college basketball here for tonight's action as we will bring in let's see, we got the odds here for you. Live odds screen shows us here USC and Arizona State here. This is the Vegas odds live as we speak. USC here, a 4-point favorite. Total sits at 140.
Yeah, and for USC, they're playing the same exact opponent that they did to close out the regular season in Arizona State. USC won both meetings, but ASU got the money in that season finale in a 68-65 game. SC was favored by 5.5 in that one. Throw this one on the neutral court here in Las Vegas, and I'm willing to take the Sun Devils here with their 21-11 record. SC's 22-9, so I think it's pretty well balanced between these two teams. Maybe USC has the higher profile, but Hurley's done a great job, and I tell you what, the Cambridge brothers, they sure looked good last night in that win over Oregon State. It was hard fought. Oregon State kept plugging away a little bit, but ASU did lead by 12 at one point, and the Cambridge brothers are just a great tandem together. You figure the one brother, he's already been in his third school. He started at Brown. He's a pretty smart kid. They both, were playing their first year here at ASU after playing at other locales last season. They've got a pretty good club with Horn and Collins and Washington as well. I think ASU can match up pretty well here against SC. ASU is 8-4 as an underdog this season. I'm a big Boogie Ellis fan, and I'm hot and cold on him though as far as getting it done sometimes in clutch time. And I see this one maybe just like the first one, maybe going down to the wire. SC owns this series, no doubt about it. They've definitely had ASU's number, but I kind of trusting Hurley here, Tony, in a game where he's not beaten this team in a while. I think he's got the club to do it here. SC, I wouldn't say they wilted down the stretch. I mean, I think the game against Arizona might stand out to some people because they gave up 87 points in that one and they lost 87-81. That was in the game before they played Arizona State. Before that, USC was on a little bit of a roll with wins over Utah, Colorado, and Stanford. But ASU had its moments too. They did lose to both SoCal teams, but had the win over Arizona in the rivalry game 89-88 as a 12.5-point dog. So they can play in that role, certainly. So I'm going to end up on ASU here, Tony, getting the points as well. I think they can beat SC or take them down to the wire anyway. This is the late game and probably be a little shenanigans going on too. I say it lovingly, of course, to the officials. These guys are across the country. These officials are getting really ripped here over the first couple of days. But these aren't I don't want to say the best crews out there. Whatever, everybody's stretched a little thin, I guess. I mean, it couldn't be any worse than a typical Saturday. It's just a little bit more high profile with the eliminations and everything. But close game. Come on, Hurley with getting points against SC and a team that he hasn't beaten in Ohio. So I'm taking ASU tonight to have another great game against USC.
All right, Ramon here on in this one here is going to go here with the points, taking the points here with USC and with Arizona State. USC taking Arizona State here plus the 4. We saw this one steam up from an opener of 3 and 139. This is a sharp book in Vegas here, now up to 4 and 140. So we've seen the early money here come in on the Trojans on this one. I mean, look, a little bit of rest advantage. I'll give the Trojans that, but it was a really close game when they just played last week.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind actually that ASU's had a game on the court, a good game last night against the Beavers. certainly, and the Sun Devils earned it. So SC is going to have to come out and play their first game in the tournament, like you said. And yeah, it was a close game in that one. And like I said, ASU got the money there, so why not? Why couldn't they get it here? SC did, have a little bit of a nice surge down the stretch, winning 5 of their last 6 games, but they've had their own bumps in the road. I mean, they got swept by the Oregon teams on the road before that little bit of a winning streak there. So it was a good season so far for SC. These guys, I mean, this is a pressure game, certainly. I mean, nobody feels incredibly comfortable, but still two good teams. Maybe the pressure's a little bit more on ASU here in this one. And like I said, just the Cambridge brothers, really intellectual kids, really like those guys playing well together, involving their teammates as well. So I think there's just as much talent on the Sun Devils as there is on SC. I like Peterson as well, on USC, been a fan of his too. And infield, he just finds a way. I don't know, he might find a way to get other talented players in there over the next few months. Let's just say, let's see who ends up there. You never know what might happen at SC. I'm not suggesting that one Bronny James might end up at across town at UCLA, but with Ohio State's bad season and the way that Enfield wields his magic, sometimes who knows where James Bronny could end up there instead of UCLA. But he's going to go somewhere, and Enfield sometimes finds a way to pull a rabbit out of a hat. So, but I'm going to take ASU, of course, in this one. Close game, exciting game. Glass the last game. This is probably going to be a thriller. I'm not sure about that total there, Tony. Seeing a lot of these numbers coming lower right now. These unders are coming through, and you're seeing, again today, some one game at a total of 150, went overtime, still finished like 125 or something like that. So teams are feeling the heat, feeling the pressure of trying to make the NCAA tournament, and I think that possessions are starting to matter a little bit. I hope nobody's getting too caught up on some of these postseason overs. There's a few, stragglers out there where the teams can't stop each other with a wet noodle. But certainly right now, I think the teams are feeling the heat here in conference tournament action this week.
Yeah, they certainly are here. Arizona State here, +4 here against USC. This one have a start time, 11:30 Eastern time. This one makes it to the ESPN networks here. I believe ESPN2 will have it late night tonight. On the rest of the games, I believe, are on Pac-12. This is the one that makes it to the ESPN2. All right, Ramon, let's go over at Tony'sPicks.com for today's action. Of course, put that great record up there, 4,427 units of profit. Ramon Scott has been on absolute fire over at Tony'sPicks.com. Hope you've been checking him out. Hope you're a subscriber. You've been really in the dough. All right, Ramon, tonight, lots of NBA on the board. 6 games, NBA, hockey, as well as college basketball. What do you have going over at the site?
Yeah, I'd like to say, Tony, I think I did a little research on our cohorts, our friendly rivals around the dial, if you will, and I think it's an industry leading last 30 days right there with that profit. So hang with me, folks. Pick up the 7-day right now. That's probably a good solution here because you want to get tournament action through the weekend and into next week. The 30-day, of course, is going to be a great spot as well. You can pick up these individual packages, man, but so many games, Tony. I've got to cross the T's and dot the I's before I I say that. I mean, a high volume guy, but I kind of wait. I want to make sure. I want to make sure these are winners for all these subscribers. You're putting your hard-earned money down with someone making picks recommendations for you. I want to be sure. Pick up this NBA 3-pack tonight for $30. I'm going to be in action there. That's my featured package tonight in the NBA. It's a 6-game card. We had a couple of agreements also, Mindy and I, on the morning steam this morning. You could pick up our package over there, especially in hockey. I haven't been able to finalize my card yet. I'm kind of with a fine-tooth comb trying to get through what we did on the show today, Tony. We agreed, I believe, on 8 or 9 NHL plays today. I don't want to say that's left me with a little bit of slim pickings, but we definitely, if you can check out the show today, we've got a lot of hockey action, and that's been really a hot sport for us. So maybe I can get a package together. My NCAA college basketball tournament discount best bet is coming up, Tony, at the bottom of the hour. Please, if you want to get involved, I think maybe the game time has been moved to 12:45, but you could pick up my best bet right there for the college tournaments. I've already hammered a couple of winners home today on the early games, so that's part included in some of that profit that you see there. We had a couple of winners to start off the day so far. So pick up this best bet for just $15. It's got the Tony's picks, credit guarantee, best bet, discount best bet, $15. How about picking up a winner right there with me and rolling to start your evening in college basketball? We're gonna have a big card tonight. Get ready for the night action as we catch a little bit of a. I don't even want to say it's a breather. The games just keep on going. I'm about to watch. The game's already ready to roll here with San Diego State. Pretty big favorite here. I think they can get it done, but we'll see. With the Aztecs, they might, in Mountain West, you never know. I guess they need to win the tournament. Maybe they'd probably get invited with their reputation if something were to happen, and it could be a tough championship game, certainly against one of the foes from the Mountain West. Had some certain rivalries there. They've lost a few games, but I'm pretty excited right now to, not end this show and go watch the games. Tony been doing that all morning, but San Diego State, that's my club to watch, so I'm pretty fired up about that. So pick up the 3-day, pick up the weekly or the 30-day if you want to, I don't know, cash in on these numbers, Tony. That 30-day number just keeps rising, and it's not like some boom, right? I mean, I'm building it up like a couple hundred a day, which just means consistent winning with me here on Tony'sPicks.com. I'm kind of known to light up the leaderboards. I think right now, Tony, we're just kind of cruising along, hitting that strong percentage necessarily, not smashing 10-1s out there, but getting a lot of good 6-3s, 7-3s, and stuff like that. And take that every day of the week and put it in your back pocket with winners. So that's what I'm working hard on at this time Tony. No time for sleep. There's a lot of games out there, and we're just trying to make sure we get the winners to you and the subscribers. I'm at an all-time high right now for the number of long-term package subscribers on board. I think that has a correlation with this strong winning streak that I'm on. So thank you to everyone who subscribed to those longer-term packages. Why not be like them and pick it up as well? Use the promo code Tony T at checkout to save 20% off all premium pick packages. And I don't know, Tony, maybe please pick up my package. I might need a new webcam. I don't know. I had trouble hooking up with you, but hey, use that promo code Tony T at checkout, save 20%, and let's get paid tonight in college basketball. We know this is just the start of the weekend, really. We've been talking about the excitement all week, Tony. This is the day right here of all the days. Today, tomorrow, these are the 2 days that really we should be smashing it, and I expect to continue to do so.
Absolutely, guys. Get over Scott over at Tony's Picks. You see the promo code Tony T at checkout. You'll save 20% off. Get locked in here with Ramon Scott over at Tony'sPicks.com. You see the plays up there. The college basketball best bet is about to go off here in moments, so make sure to go ahead and get signed up there. Also, an NBA 3-pack on the board. Profit guarantee. Must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credited back to your account. First side credits, that is profit guarantee. I'll flash that record again. You can see it here, 4,427 units of profit last 3 days. That's documented. Go over to Ramon's handicapper page over at Tony's Picks. Go down to pick history. You'll see all the plays there. They're documented. Again, you can you compare this to some of the other multi-capper sites. Not going to find someone hitting this with these numbers, but an absolute fire. So, guys, get on board with Ramon. Of course, now that you may think long-term, you want to try them out for 7 days. The 7-day pass is up there. You'll get the remainder of the conference tournament action. This will take you all the way up until Wednesday. You'll get into the play-in round from the NCAA tournament there as well. Or if you want the full tournament coverage, get that 30-day all sports pass in there. You'll get all of Ramon's premium plays for 30 days. Is NBA, NHL, college basketball. First, 10 days of baseball is also part of that pass. He's in action as well every time there's UFC Bellator card as well. So you'll get the peripheral sports there from Ramon. We'll see. We do document the World Baseball Classic, maybe deeper into the finals, maybe into the knockout stages. We'll see there because Ramon is following these games. Obviously, he's following them for a reason, right? He wants to try
Yeah,
to bet the games,
I already
right?
brought home a winner. I already brought home a winner in the World Baseball Classic to open up the tourney, Tony.
There
Yeah.
you go. There you go, guys. So go ahead and check it out with Ramon Scott. Remember that promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. All right, Ramon. We also put together a Twitter account for you, Tony Specs Ramon. Morning Steam will be on a day off tomorrow. You guys will be here on the show on game day, but they'll be off tomorrow on their own day off. So when they catch you there on the Twitter account. Of course, a lot of the conversation continues over on our Discord.
Yeah, so check us out over there. Hook up in the Discord with us. Maybe on Friday since we won't have a show. And yeah, I will have a UFC card. Tony, yesterday did my little podcast with. I'm the host of a podcast. We had former lightweight championship contender Ally Aquinta as our guest. So maybe you can find me on Twitter at Ramon Scott Media to check that one out. We had a very special guest talking with Ally Aquinta. He fought Habib. He fought Habib in Habib's first championship bout for the title and gave him one of his toughest battles. So we had really a legend in the UFC on our little podcast yesterday. It was pretty awesome to meet Al and talk about his relationship with Merab Dvalishvili, who's in the main event this weekend. It was really a thrill for me to speak with him. And thank you to my partner, VB, for setting that up. Tony, yeah, head on over to the website, to Twitter for a free pick tonight. This one's going to come to you I believe, in the SWAC. I got the leaderboard play. Tony is in the SWAC between Alabama A&M and Southern U. So check that one out where I talk about who's hot on the leaderboards. I'll let you know one thing: the man who is hosting this show is one of the hottest handicappers also on our website currently, Tony. So pumped him up a little bit on our leaderboard video, and also check out the sponsor video today. Also have a pick there. It's in the late game also between Utah Tech and Southern Utah. So another free winner there in my videos. And don't forget, we'll be back with more Morning Steam on Saturday. We'll have these teams whittled down a little bit as we get into Selection Sunday. But yeah, I'll have an MMA card as well on the weekend. Maybe we'll have a World Baseball Classic. The U.S. gets ready to play this weekend in their games as well. So I think more people will start to perk up a little bit about that tournament, Tony, as we get those teams out here and the games start to be played in the United States, in Arizona and Florida. So World Baseball Classic will get a little bit more attention than it has over the first couple of days. So I'll be in action there, no doubt about it. And we'll be back on Saturday, Mindy and I, 9 Eastern, 8 Central, 6 Pacific, with more Morning Steam. We had a busy show today, a lot of requests. Please come into the Discord and give us those suggestions. I hate to say I was flying by the seat of my pants, Tony, but they wanted a lot of games in there, and with so many games to cover, I think we were feeling the heat a little bit, rushing through like the hockey card. We didn't really give it its just due in analysis because there were a lot of requests. That's kind of we're flattered, no doubt about it, with our viewership. But boy, they were really wanting to get some winners. It just shows the quality of plays that we're giving out, and the chat's giving out as well. They kind of come in one game, Tony. I was ready to swing to a total, and the chat was coming in on one team in particular, and I said, how can I go against, I want to say my chat, but Mindy's and I's chat room? I went with them. I went with the chat, right? Why not? I mean, it's team Steam. Why go against them or pick a different game, right? They were saying this team, this team, this team, and I said I'll take them. I'll take them. I'm going to listen to my buddies in the chat. We set this show up for a reason, and I have a feeling that our game will be right tonight. And I'll know where to check out the show if you want to know what team it is. So it was 2 hours long, but the basketball was covered, and we had a great time with the show. We're having a great time with the show. Over 100 live views every day right now, which just is amazing to me. It seems trivial in a way, but I don't see it that way, Tony. And I'm sure when you were I don't know, I'll say starting out or whatever, but it does amaze me a little bit the way that it has unfolded, and basically keeps me coming back every day. I don't think I'd do it if there. Obviously, we wouldn't do it if there's nobody there, but if there was 10 or 20, we might feel a little burned out after the 7 months we've been doing this. But right now, it's pretty much the highlight of my day because of the just the overall positive vibes that we're feeling in there with so many people watching, contributing, a real sense of community there, and then we've expanded it to this Discord as well, where the conversation pretty much just takes a life of its own. It seems like in there you get a lot of props, people showing tickets. I'd like to see those tickets pregame, and we're starting to see more of that. Right? Hey, I need some plays sometimes as well on some of these props and whatnot, because you know me, I'm all about the sides and the totals. I'm old school. I don't always necessarily want to rely on one guy, but some of these guys are really clicking on some of these props in there and marking their winners and everything. So fun times in the Discord, more conversation, and a real sports betting community we've started.
That's right, community. The conversation continues over on the Discord. Click the link in the chat, and you'll get in there and get involved with with the discussion. You'll find Mindy. I'll post as well, Ramon. So get in there. A lot of player props in there. Kind of fill the void. We don't really give a lot of props here, but you'll get that information. So there's Ramon dropping a player or two in there as well. So check it out over on our Discord. Of course, reminder here, you can find Ramon's leaderboard video right now up on the premium page site. Just click the premium picks tab, and you'll find it up on the upper right. Free pick from Ramon. Also, his sponsored video is on the homepage at tonyspicks.com, and on our homepage you'll find Ramon's sponsored video there. So a few free picks there from Ramon right there on our sponsored video. Free pick of the day, just scroll down a little bit near the pick ticker and you'll find it. So go ahead and get signed up. All right, Ramon, it's always great having you here on the show. See that success, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
All right, thanks a lot, Tony. I'll see if I can get back from the moon here and get back down to Earth.
That's right. See what happens. Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. All right.